On every ship, there are specific types of passengers who quietly shape your entire experience. Your wait times, your dining quality, your sleep, even how much money you spend. Ignore them, and you'll end up stuck in lines, overpaying, and wondering why your relaxing vacation feels chaotic. But if you understand exactly who these people are and how to move around them, you can cruise cleaner, faster, smarter, and with way less stress. So let's walk through this step by step in the exact order you'll experience it. Phase 1. Boarding awareness. Spotting the tone of your cruise early. Step 1. Identify the overplanner before you even board. As soon as you arrive at the terminal, look for the person holding folders, printed itineraries, and talking about reservations already. These are the overplanners. Why it matters: they book everything early, shows, dining, excursions, and they fill up the best slots fast. If you ignore this, you'll board thinking you have time, only to find prime reservations gone within hours. Pro tip: the moment you connect to ship Wi-Fi, go straight to bookings. That's different to bookings. Don't explore yet. Secure your key activities first. Step 2. Notice the first-day rushers. These are the passengers sprinting to buffets, pools, and guest services the second they board. Why it matters: they create artificial crowd spikes in the first 2-3 hours. I bet if you follow them, you'll waste your first day standing in lines instead of settling in. Pro tip: experienced cruisers do the opposite. They unpack, explore quiet decks, or grab food at less obvious venues while everyone else crowds the main buffet. Phase 2. Cabin zone strategy. Controlling your immediate environment. Step 3. Recognize the hallway talkers. These are passengers who treat cabin corridors like social lounges. Why it matters: noise carries more than you expect, especially at night. Ignore this and your sleep gets disrupted multiple times during the cruise. Pro tip: on day 1, gently establish your presence. A polite nod or quick greeting subtly signals awareness. People are quieter around to notice to neighbors. Step 4. Identify the door slammers. Every cruise has them. They don't realize how loud cabin doors are. Why it matters: repeated door slamming early morning or late night ruins rest. If you don't adapt, you'll wake up irritated instead of refreshed. Pro tip: bring a small magnetic door buffer or softener. Most people don't, and it makes a noticeable difference. Phase 3. Dining room intelligence. Eating smarter, not slower. Step 5. Spot the slow diners. These are the passengers who turn a 60-minute dinner into a 2-hour experience. Why it matters: they delay service for everyone around them. If you're seated near them, your meal pacing slows dramatically. Pro tip: on the first night, observe your table flow. If service feels slow, request a change early in the cruise, not after frustration builds. Step 6. Identify the menu hackeries. These passengers know they can order multiple appetizers, entrees, or off-menu combinations. Why it matters: they often get better meals simply because they ask. If you don't know this, you'll stick to one option and miss out. Pro tip: you can politely request modifications or multiple items. Most cruise dining rooms allow it, but they won't advertise it. Phase 4. Pool deck positioning. Avoiding peak chaos. Step 7. Recognize the chair savers. They wake up early, place towels on loungers, and disappear for hours. Why it matters: this creates artificial scarcity around the pool. If you don't adjust, you'll walk around frustrated with nowhere to sit. Pro tip: go one level above the main pool deck. It's usually quieter with open seating even during peak times. Step 8. Identify the midday crowd wave around late morning to early afternoon. Surge of passengers hits the pool and buffet. Why it matters: this is the most crowded window of the day. If you follow the crowd, everything feels busy and stressful. Pro tip: shift your schedule. Swim early morning or late afternoon when the deck clears out significantly. Phase 5. Excursion awareness. Protecting your time and money. Step 9. Spot the last-minute planners. These passengers wait until the night before or even the morning of port day to book excursions. Why it matters: they either overpay or miss out entirely. If you rely on last-minute decisions, you'll have limited options. Pro tip: book key excursions before boarding, but leave one flexible day in case you discover better local options. Step 10. Identify the ship-dependent traveler. They only book excursions through the cruise line, no exceptions. Why it matters: Cruise excursions are convenient but often more expensive. If you don't compare, you might pay significantly more for the same experience. Pro tip: for simple ports, consider independent tours with strong reviews, but always allow buffer time to return to the ship. Phase 6: Onboard Spending Control. Avoiding hidden money traps. Step 11. Recognize the impulse spender. They swipe their cruise card without tracking purchases. Drinks, photos, extras. Why it matters. Charges accumulate quietly and show up as a surprise bill. If you don't monitor spending, your budget cruise becomes expensive fast. Pro tip: check your onboard account daily. It takes less than a minute and prevents end-of-trip shocks. Step 12. Identify the deal chaser. They chase every limited time offer announcement on the ship. Why it matters. Not all deals are real savings. Many are designed to trigger urgency. If you follow every promotion, you'll overspend on things you didn't plan. Pro tip: decide your budget before boarding. If an offer wasn't part of your plan, it's usually not a deal. It's a distraction. Phase 7. End of cruise strategy. Finishing smarter than most passengers. Step 13. Spot the early exit crowd. These passengers rush to leave the ship as soon as disembarkation starts. Why it matters. This creates long lines, crowded elevators, and unnecessary stress. If you join them, your final experience feels rushed and chaotic. Why it matters. Packing becomes rushed and items are often forgotten. If you delay, your last evening feels like work instead of enjoyment. Pro tip: start light packing the day before. Keep only essentials out for the final night. Phase 8. Mistakes most passengers make. Step 15. Assuming everyone cruises the same way. They don't. Some passengers optimize everything. Others create delays, noise, and congestion. If you don't recognize patterns, you react instead of plan. Step 16. Following the crowd instead of reading it. Most problems on a cruise come from moving with the crowd at the wrong time. The difference between a smooth cruise and a stressful one often comes down to timing, not money. Step 17. Waiting too long to adjust if something isn't working. Dining, cabin location, schedule. Fix it early. Waiting only locks in the problem for the rest of the trip. And here's the bottom line. You can't control who boards the ship, but you can absolutely control how you move around them. That's what experienced cruisers do differently. They don't fight the system, they rate it. Now I'm curious, which type of cruise passenger have you personally dealt with before?